Hello, class of 2021. This is Mrs. Klein, and I'm going to walk you through your sophomore course selections. You have one semester down, 7 more to go before graduation, only 5 more before you apply to college. We're going to review the graduation requirements, look at the opportunities you have as a sophomore, choose those classes, and I also want you to look at your transcript in Skyward. You'll see the classes you've completed, the ones that are in progress, and the ones you've yet to take. That transcript is what colleges will see. You have to have at least a 67% and up to receive credit in a class. 5% is always added for honors classes as long as you meet the minimum grade requirement. You'll also find your 4-year plan in your packet. It wouldn't hurt to take a look at that and maybe pencil in the classes you see yourself taking 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. Those would be your electives. Quick reminder to get those service hours done before April 15th. So, graduation requirements. You need 4 credits in theology and English, 3 in math, science, and social studies, although we do recommend 4 for math. 3 credits in foreign language, 1 credit in technology, fine arts, PE, and service hours, half credit of speech, and then you round it out with 3.5 credits of electives. So take out that course selection worksheet so you can fill it out as we go along or look at it. We'll look at everything step by step, and I will encourage you to refer to that gold sophomore course availability sheet as a quick guide. Remember, we want you to choose your course selections as accurately as possible because that helps us determine how many sections of each course we need. You have a gold program of studies book. I want you to look at the prerequisites for any classes that you are choosing to make sure you've met the qualifications to get into that class. You can find your recommendations that your teachers have made for you under the 2018-2019 tab in Skyward. Honors courses will set you on your way to earn potential college credit, so if you didn't get recommended for honors because of grades last semester, you still have time to make up some ground this semester. So theology classes, those are set as sophomores. You'll take church and sacraments. For English, remember all honors English courses require summer reading. Usually the books are great, so don't let that deter you. You need an 86% in your current honors class to continue or 95% in regular to go into honors. While we're talking about English, I want you to have a look at the mass communications course, maybe as an elective for you. If you would love to be on newspaper or yearbook, you like writing, photography, graphic design, or even broadcasting, then consider taking mass communications as your elective to get you prepared for a position on the paper or the yearbook. Now let's look at science. You can see the science descriptions on page 50 in that gold program of studies book. If you are in biology, you'll head to chemistry. Earth and space, you will head to biology. Again, you have certain percentage points that you need to reach in order to go on to honors. World history is a class that sophomores take. Whether you're in regular or honors depends upon your English grade. If you're going to take honors world history, you must also be enrolled in honors English 2. You can look at the program of studies book to get a description of how honors differs from regular. Look at page 38 for the math flow chart. Again, 86% to stay in honors if you're in an honors, or 95% in a regular to be recommended for an honors class. Typically, Algebra 1 students go on to geometry or practical geometry, honors Algebra 1 to honors geometry, and so forth. So look at the recommendation your teacher has made for you. Foreign language, if you're currently in Latin, you will need to pick a modern foreign language. If you're already in a modern foreign language, you'll take the next course after that. So basic Latin goes to survey of foreign languages. Latin 1 and honors Latin, you'll select your modern language, French, German, Spanish, or honors Spanish 1. For PE, if you have taken PE 9, you'll go on into PE 10. So girls need to select PE 10, and boys need to select either PE 10 or PE 10 football, which will be held first semester. And then football players will lift outside of the school day after that. Some of you might have gotten a start on your fine arts. Others may not have taken any, so let's look at some of your options. For drama and theater, you can take acting or introduction to theater before you can take advanced drama. There's also stagecraft, and you do need to fill out an application for that. Look at the Program of Studies book for more information. For visual arts, Foundations in Art is required before many of the other visual art classes. So Foundations in Art must first be taken before you can take drawing or ceramics or digital art. And notice digital art also has another prerequisite, and that's digital creative apps. There are some art classes that require no prerequisite. Those would be interior design, drafting, and principles of applied engineering, which is new this year. You can take any of those without a prerequisite. Remember, you do need 1 art credit. That art credit can also come in the form of music, either choir or band. Some of these classes require an audition. Again, consult the Program of Studies book to see which of those require an audition, and then you'll talk to Mr. Heidish or Mr. Burgess about those courses. So consider taking a fine arts class if you haven't, or if you want to get that 1 credit out of the way sophomore year, you can take that as an elective. Remember, you do need a half credit of speech. Some of you might have taken that. If you haven't yet fulfilled that, I strongly encourage you to consider it for sophomore year. You have 3 options: speech, forensics, or debate. Forensics and debate do require weekend participation. You do need to go to 4 or 5 matches that are held on Friday evenings or Saturday days. Non-competitive forensics is also an option. You take the forensics class, but you are not required to compete. Debate is mostly held in the fall, but we have spring opportunities as well. Forensics is a spring activity. So if you need a speech credit, look at your options and decide which one you'd like to take. For technology, look at page 60 in the Program of Studies book and read the course descriptions. Some do have a prerequisite, so make sure that you are meeting your obligations before enrolling in some of those classes. But we have a variety of classes that you can take to complete that technology credit. So please look over those carefully. Again, you'll find those on the gold sheet and in the Program of Studies book. We have several other electives that I haven't mentioned. Personal finance for one. There's also foods and clothing class. But take a look at those electives and decide which appeals to you and which you think you need to take. When it comes to choosing alternates, we ask you to choose at least 2. This is just in case your schedule doesn't go along with your choices. Maybe you have chosen 2 classes that meet at the same time, so I'm going to have to drop one of them and add an alternate in. My suggestion is that you add an alternate that is going to fulfill one of your requirements. For instance, another tech class, in case the tech class you choose is either too full or not offered or just doesn't work in your schedule. You need art, so maybe select an art class as an alternate. But we need 2 alternates, so write those down. When you're finished, you should have 7 credits in your school day from 8 to 3. If you add a 0 hour, then that's going to bump you up to 7.5, possibly 8 credits, but you need a minimum of 7 credits. This summer, we're offering speech, digital creative apps, video creation, and PE. Those will be open for enrollment on the 26th of February. If you are planning on taking a summer course, I suggest you enroll as early as possible because we only have so many spots and they do fill up quickly. Your next step then is to complete that course selection worksheet. You're going to bring it to theology classes the week of February 12th. We will come in and help you with your online enrollment, and then your parents will have final approval of that. We will not be moving anyone in honors courses who wasn't recommended for it until we see final grades in the spring. If you have any questions, please reach out to either me, Laura Klein, or Deb Castaneda, and we'll be happy to help you.